What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Evic VT. That is the Evic VT. And it kind of looks like it still has some plastic around it. I'm not going to do an unboxing because I got this without the box. So, right off the bat, this usually comes with the Eagle 1, which is the tank I reviewed already. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and see it. You can get these alone. I'm sure some places will sell them alone, and the tanks, the sub-ohm tanks, separate. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. So there's going to be a little bit of scuffs because this is a display. You got your 5,000 milliamp. Or mAh, I'm not sure if that's milliamp, 5 volt and 1A, and the basic logos here. You got some air ventilation here, and it has that pearl black to it, so if you saw the Eagle 1 that was white, and that's from a different model. This would usually be white. Same thing. So right off the bat, there's some plastic here. That's not really cracked. There's just a little plastic thing here. And that's pretty much it. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that plastic on here. Button has a little wear and tear. This is a model that I got that was on display that needed some repairs. Originally, this button wouldn't work. On the top right here, this button wouldn't work at all. Well, I had repaired it, as you can tell. Basically, there was some, what appears to be, someone decided to use liquid and stuff, and it kind of got stuck under there. So the button would get stuck and they couldn't move it. But nothing too major. I was able to get that out with a little bit of paper, and I just kind of worked myself under there and got everything out, moving the button by force. And that seemed to do the trick because now it's reading down here. But once in a while, it does get stuck right here. And it will go like really high and so on. So right off the bat, the feel of it feels pretty good in your hand. Feels really sturdy. Feels almost all metal. Pretty much is all metal. So it's not a cheap mod. These usually go for around $80 or $90. Typically, but this has an internal battery, which is a nice design for those who like those, especially with an Android port right here. The Android port makes it easy for use while you're vaping because it's on the side. You could just, vape here and so on. So I have not actually tested this out on a mod yet. So I'm going to go ahead and use my TFV4 on it to see how it works, and we'll go ahead and show you what it does, and does it work or what. So right off the bat, it's going to tell me my wattage. Because I don't have a nickel coil in here, it's not going to have temperature control, but it tells me I'm on 53 watts. I'm going to go ahead and turn that down to, like, I want to typically say 20 watts. And it's a very slow scroll, but this function of the button is pretty nice. Not every mod has the scroll option, so it makes it a really nice feature. 5 volts, 20 watts. Atomizer is 1.2 using Clampton. And we're going to go ahead and take a puff off this. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this, and we'll go ahead and check this out. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a puff off this, and we're going to see how this actually works. So, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to bump it up to about 30 watts. Because I wasn't getting a lot of cloud out of it. So right there I was getting a lot of cloud. Great flavor. Usually I use this on 20 watts on my Smock X Cube 2. If I go any higher, it's going to burn the coil. On this case, this is going to be like my Snow Wolf, where I had to use 10 watts higher than on my X Cube 2. So, not bad, not bad. And it works pretty well. I mean, this was an easy repair, considering I got this for free. Due to damage, they were going to throw it away, and I was like, you know what? Let me fix it. And I ended up fixing it. The button was stuck because there was like gunk stuck in it. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what was stuck in it, but it wasn't e-juice. I think it was like food, and most cases I have actually seen on these mods, because this was a return. It was a display model. And someone bought it as a on the display, took it back and said, you know what, this isn't working for me. I'm going to get a different mod. So they allowed him to just give it to him, I guess. He didn't want it anymore. So he bought another mod. And he got the IPV, which I recommend getting if you ever have that option. IPVs are really good. Typically with mods that I see in repair, there's usually wax residue left in them. There's usually wax residue stuck under buttons, wedges, and the display screen. And the reason is, I'm aware that they actually have those wax, like RDAs from sorts, like where you can actually, you know, and what wax is high concentrated marijuana, and it's kind of like a honey consistency, or kind of like really thick. And what I saw from getting under this button, trying to repair the button, was kind of like a honey residue. So I'm guessing it's wax. It doesn't smell like wax, but with repairing mods, I kind of see that a lot. Seems like wax destroys everything. So right off the bat, you guys saw that function. It's working really well for being broken. You know what I mean? Considering that they thought it was trash, they were going to throw it away. And I was like, you know, don't throw it away, I'll come fix it. And I fixed it. So it's working real well. Looks really nice. Not a lot of damage. There is a little bit of damage, as you can see, off and on. But it's not too bad. Actually looks really good with this because there's a red rubber band here and it's black on here. If you haven't seen any of my other videos of the TFV4, you'll understand some of the functions and vape quality from it, and that might help out with this video on this this mod here. Now this mod seems to be as heavy as my X Cube 2, and my X Cube 2 was in another review, but typically on my X Cube 2 I only use the 20 watts on this tank, because if I go any higher it's whatever. So they have it a little off on everything, which is okay, but I kind of wanted to show you a little bit. So that is pretty much it with this. You scroll here. When you have temperature control, it'll ask you nickel or titanium or whatever TI is. and you'll click simply to the left for yes, button, I guess you can do the power button on here for go ahead, and then to the right for the other option. Now, this button here is going to be your scroll to the right and scroll to your left. As you can tell, it doesn't scroll too fast, which gets kind of annoying, but I can live with it. Now, the button still seems to get a little bit stuck, but that is okay. I can fix that later. And this mod has functions as temperature control goes. It isn't a bad mod. Now, I'm not entirely sure how many watts this goes up to, but right now it is maxing out at 53.3 watts, and the voltage is 7.9, which is 8 watts pretty much. If I take this off, I'm guessing it is going to show me what the wattage can go up to. And this is. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and it's going to show me. So this is going up to 60 watts, and that's pretty much it. So this is a 60 watt box. And for your typical Evic VT, these are really nice, sturdy, and reliable. So I recommend getting one of these because these are very, very unique. Very big display screen on here. You can clearly see the numbers, your battery life. And it's not the smartest looking mod ever, but if you're a car guy like I am, it kind of gives you that reminder of a Mustang almost. I don't know why. Probably because it has these ridges here going down, and it kind of reminds me of the hood. But it's very slippery. I would imagine if you get juice on it, it would slip. But it is what it is, and that's all I have to review.